Good afternoon. Welcome to the October 1st, 2019 Glendale Housing Authority meeting, being called to order at 3:05 p.m. May I please have the roll call?
Authority Member Devine.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Parazian.
Here.
Quintero. Garpetian.
Here.
And Chair Agajanian.
Present. May I please have your report?
The agenda for the October 1st, 2019 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, September 26, 2019 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
What's next, please?
4A would be approval of minutes of the regular Housing Authority meetings of September 10th, 2019 and September 17, 2019.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll move for A.
Second. Okay, hearing no objection, the minutes stand approved as submitted. What's next, please?
5 would be oral communication. Discussion is limited to items not a part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of the Housing Authority may question or respond to the speaker, but there will be no debate or decision. The matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for investigation and report. There has been one card submitted.
Okay. Mr. Herbert Molano, please.
Housing Authority Chair Agajanian, members of the Housing Authority, my name is Herbert Molano. I'm here to address and try to link a couple of things, the transient occupancy tax and the issues that have come up before the Housing Authority, at least during the years that I've used to come frequently, and that is the housing for transients and assistance to the homeless. And I think there might be a link that you might want to consider. Up on the screen, I've taken the liberty of taking a copy of the budget that appears on the desk up by the City Council offices. So as you can see, for the last 10 years, you have very much an exponential growth in the transient occupancy tax from about $2.4 million back in 2008-2009 to $8.6 million from 2018 to 2019. And I was wondering, what are the overall purposes of the transient occupancy tax? I'm assuming that some of that tax goes to some type of law enforcement to make sure that the peace and orderliness of the neighborhoods are maintained, especially if they come from transient problems. But during this coming year, there's an increase of about $480,000 that may be attributable. In fact, I believe it's already in the budget, of $480,000 that would come to the city's fund as a result of the short-term rental. And I'm here to make a suggestion with regard to those funds. If those funds could be allocated towards assistance to the homeless, the city would have a definitive budget assigned for those services in the future, and perhaps we don't need to depend so much on Section 8 funding for all of these additional services. I want to mention that while I was Executive Director for the Apartment Association of Greater LA, we came up with a solution to house from 5,000 to 10,000 homeless persons. And part of that process dealt with using, I believe, what was the County Measure H funds, having to do with $1.5 billion having to do with construction for the purposes of doing a triple net lease on motels. So the city leases the motels and basically covers, the tax and maintenance and the other general expenses, and maintains control of those. And the cities then would use those properties for homelessness programs. I participated in many of these meetings with the county and with the city and those individuals who are advocates. And it is something that the city of Glendale might consider as a possibility, especially if you do get some share of those county funds for this purpose. But as far as the services, this transient occupancy tax might be a source of continual funding that the city could use to service that dire need. I figure it's a transient occupancy tax, and you're dealing it and servicing transients, kind of like has a good match to it, in my opinion. And that's what I wanted to propose. I don't intend to be coming to City Council on a regular basis. It's just that sometimes the City Council takes initiatives that impact me in some way or the other and makes the level of awareness, in my experience, to bring to you that I have been around housing issues for a fairly long time, providing I'm a housing provider, and I have been actively involved in policymaking, at least at the county and city level. So I'm a resource for you in case you need maybe another point of view that you might use for your programs in the future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Molano. I guess oral communications is closed. What's next, please?
Authority member and staff comments.
Are there any authority member or staff comments? I guess not. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
We stand adjourned at 3:10 p.m. Thank you.